Hello my friends! I really want to finish some of the builds that we started in the past couple episodes, so today we're gonna do exactly that. I really wanted to see how this world looks with shaders, and I think it's truly incredible. But as you can see, our frame rate is below 60, and that is unacceptable. So give me 1 second, and there we go, much better. Better for the frame rate, but not much better for the look of this world. But we have quite a lot of things to do, my friends, so let's get started. In the last episode we built this incredible clock tower, and some of you made me notice something pretty important, that this 9 is actually upside down. I had a feeling something was wrong when I built it, but I couldn't quite understand what, and thanks to you now we know. So when I grab some dirt, if I can find some... There it is, and of course some glowstone as well. Now we can make our way back up, make our way towards the 9, and all we really have to do is break this block and put it right here instead. Now if I remove all of this dirt, this clock looks much better. Many of you left amazing comments, letting me know what time I should set this clock at, and I must say that out of all of them, my friend Chidinma suggested we put the clock hands at the exact time a new hardcore episode comes out every week. And I really love the idea. So let's grab some fences, and of course fence gates, and from the center, we can start placing some fences down. Like a little clock hand, so that we reach 10 o'clock in the morning. And I really think something like this should do. Let's take a look at it from afar. Alright, I think it's looking perfect from here. If anything, I might steal some blackstone right here, inside this rock, make some polished blackstone, and some polished blackstone buttons that we can put right here. And it's a little detail, but I think it adds a lot of flair. Alright, my friends, the sun is setting, and the clock is finally done, so we can go to sleep, wake up early, so that we can continue all of this design all around this clock, starting from the bottom, making our way up. By the looks of it, I will need some stone bricks, some glowstone, some oak, some spruce stairs, some trapdoors, some lanterns and chains, some stone brick stairs, and a couple more things, so that we can start working on the first layer, starting by bringing all of these pillars 1 block out and adding some stairs. Perfect, there we go. The stairs and their stone bricks are just there to add more strength to the foundation. I also wanna grab some scaffolding, because it's gonna come in very useful for these sections right here. Now I just need to make the windows. Now we just have to add the glowstone in the back. Just like so. Now let's add some fences, and we're probably going to need a lot more trapdoors. Not to fear though, we can definitely add the stairs. Now we can make some more trapdoors and sprinkle them around. And now that I think about it, we should also add 1 stair here and some trapdoors right here. Once again to make the foundations look a lot stronger. Awesome, just like that. And to fill in these gaps, let's add some stairs as well. Yeah, this is looking so cool already. Let's do the same thing on the backside now. Oh, and I just realized that back here there's some terraforming to do. So let's do it right away. And I think that this big hole can actually become a beautiful little pond later on. But maybe once we finish this whole build. So for now, just sealing up this cave. Alright, there we go. And now we can continue. For the backside right here, I think I'm going to add a little dome shape and then top it all off with copper. And the windows have been put into place, so now if I can make my way up here, there we go. We just need to add the glowstone. Now the fences, and the stairs, and finally the trapdoors. Alright, the backside is done, so now just missing this side, with the windows, the glowstone, the fences, the stairs, and finally the trapdoors. Now I have to repeat the second layer. Perfect. And the second layer has been done. And now for the third layer, just need 1 stair right here, some walls coming all the way up, and some upside down stairs right here. So it looks something like this. There we go, third layer is completely done. So now just need to add the fences, the fence gates, the stairs, the trapdoors, and finally the lanterns. And just like this, my friends, we were able to complete all of the foundation. And the copper here is already starting to oxidize. And I'm sure when it's gonna turn green, it's gonna look so cool. But right now, I would like to bring my attention to the middle section of the build. Starting of course with the front, and then repeating the design all around. Alright, and I think we're slowly getting into something. Probably want to add a little bit of support right here. And for the sake of variation, I might try to replace the smooth stone stairs, smooth sandstone that is, with regular sandstone stairs and see how it looks. Yeah, I think it looks much better. Awesome, let's see what we can do with the other columns now. Alright, and after a little bit of work, this is what I came up with. I think it fits perfectly with the bottom section, and thanks to these doors, it makes it look even more massive. Well, I guess right now all I have to do is repeat this whole design all around. And there we go, my friends. Repeated on every side, except the back, of course. Now I would like to do something about this corridor right here. And because we have huge pillars, I was thinking that it would be pretty cool if we made them a little more solid. So let's see if we can get a nice design going. Well, I definitely want to start with something like this. Alright, and after some work, this is what I came up with. We have a nice little corner section, and this first column has a second floor, and roughly the same design that we used at the bottom, just to keep it consistent. And I was planning on filling in the sides with sandstone, but in the end it didn't look particularly good. So I opted to go for a more open design, like the one we have right here with the fences. The only thing I'm not sure about is this ladder, so I'm just gonna remove them for now. Now I think that with this big section, I'm gonna make two floors similar to this one. So let's start by adding the stairs, with some of the slabs, and of course some more decoration. And I might add a ladder right here, just to make it easier to get up and down. Let's add the spruce door, with roughly the same design we did on the opposite side. Now we can add the glowstone, with the fence gate, the stair, and why not some lanterns here and there. Now we can go ahead and extend this ladder, jump on it, and figure out where we want our second floor to start. And I think somewhere around here, with some more glowstone, the handy door of course, and every other little detail. And of course I don't want to forget to add the little details on the roof. There we go. Hello, my friend. Please don't blow up. Thank you. That was close. This was also quite close. Let's see if there's some other friends. No, I think that's it. Actually, we really have to spawn-proof this whole place. My friends, I really want to take a quick break from building. So for now, I'm just gonna put all my items inside this chest. And that's only because I just thought about something. So here we have a lot of nether wood. And I'm just wondering, if we take a bunch and we go towards our super smelter and smelt some of it into charcoal, is it actually gonna work with the nether woods? Because if it does, my friends, right behind me we have an automatic fuel source, which is quite exciting. Let's check. Let's go check underneath to see what's happening. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem to be working, which means we don't yet have an automatic fuel source. So we definitely have to do something about that pretty soon. And now I kind of wish I would have tested it before, because I have to manually go and get rid of all of the warped stems one by one. Slowly but surely. Alright, I'm pretty sure that's all of them. So now we can make our way back up, grab a little bit of jungle logs, and see if we can turn them into amazing charcoal. I'm just gonna put one stack. Oh yes, there we go. That's very nice to see. And here's the charcoal coming up. Well, that's definitely very good to know. So I'm just gonna add a couple more stacks and fill the fuel chest with charcoal and coal. And I guess I'm also gonna have to AFK the tree farm one day soon. But with this little tangent out of the way, it's time for me to keep working on all of these pillars. Welcome back. This mid layer is finally completely done, and I've tried to add as many details as possible. And I've already started adding the dirt around the upper layer so that we can start working on it right away. I don't wanna do anything too fancy right here, so let's add some quick decoration on the bottom, add some oak at the top, and some fences in the middle. And it should look something like this. I would also love there to be some light. I'm gonna add some lanterns right here to prevent any mob spawning. Now we can make our way up and do a very similar thing on this section as well. And there we go, I really like this symmetrical design. Now we just have to do something similar on every single side, of course. Let's go! And just like that, the bottom section is completely done, so now we can add some dirt on the side, and of course start making our way around. And now the second layer is completely done as well. I love the way that this is looking, and now we're just missing the top section. So I'm gonna go around removing all of the dirt, and with this last little bit, we can start taking care of this little section right here. Starting of course by putting all of the dirt back, and I'm going to try varying the color by adding some andesite stairs. Let's see how this looks. Alright, I really think it's gonna look pretty cool. I just think that with too much spruce, it's gonna look a little boring. That's exactly why I added more oak here, and of course made a whole foundation with bricks. So all we have to do now is repeat this whole design all around. And I would also like to try to add some glowstone and cover it up with a wall, just to add some extra detail, and of course some more light. And in these corners right here, I'm going to add some stairs, just like so, some polished andesite in the corners, some bricks in the holes, and repeat the same thing on the top. And with this, my friends, we can finally start getting rid of all of this dirt and turn our attention to this last section of the build, where we can of course start by adding the stairs, the fences, the fence gates, trapdoors, and some more decoration to finally call the top section done. If there's one thing that I would like to change a little bit, is this big wall right here, because it looks a little bit empty compared to everything else. So I'm gonna grab some oak with some glowstone and some polished andesite, and actually I'm going to try with stripped spruce instead of oak, just to see if it fits, and also because I have no more oak. So let's put down some polished andesite, the spruce, with the glowstone, some trapdoors to cover it up, and continue with the spruce. And this is definitely looking much better already. But to add some more variation, let's continue the trim right here, add some support, and I think that if we do this on every single side, it's gonna fill up the empty space very nicely. Give me 1 second. And just like that, we have a much better looking tower already. Now I would like to turn my attention to the top of the tower, so the first thing I want to do is grab a lot of oak, which unfortunately I think that's all we have. So let's check in the tree farm. Unfortunately nothing at all. Let's go check somewhere else. Alright, here's some more, and I really hope it's going to be enough. So let's try to match this front design on the back as well. Inner layer done, so now let's work on the outer layer. And now the outer layer is done as well. My friends, there's one little thing that has been bothering me about this build for this whole time. And of course I'm talking about this redstone line right here. So I really think it's time to do something about that. So I'm gonna grab some smooth sandstone, and I'm going to bring this whole back section up once and for all. Alright, I think something like this can do. Now of course we just need to add a little bit of decoration. There we go, my friend. The decoration looks truly incredible, and we were finally able to cover up that ugly redstone line. Now the last thing missing to finally finish this build is just a tiny little bit of decoration right here to give this clock tower a little bit more depth and make it more interesting. Let's see what we can come up with. Alright, my friends. And with this little bit of decoration done, I would say that this build is looking quite finished. I'll have some more clips of it towards the end of the video. But for now, my friends, this took such a long time that it's already time to stream. So I'll see you as soon as the stream is done, and then we can continue working on a couple projects. We're back from the stream. Wow, I don't remember the last time I actually streamed for 2 hours straight, but it was so much fun. Let me show you what we did together. With the clock tower done, I decided to move on to the storage system, because this project has already taken so much time. So to finish it, I was just missing the warped stems and the crimson stems, like you can see. And during the stream, we actually worked on all of the warped stem floor. Let me show you around. First things first, we have these walls, which look absolutely incredible. And then once we make our way inside, we have some beautiful vertical pillars, some nice patterns on the wall, and of course a bubble elevator to bring us all the way up to the mangrove floor. A huge thanks to everyone who was able to make it. We had over 100 people that stopped by, which is really incredible. And now, my friends, I would also like to get this build done, finally finishing the last layer. So let's start doing that, shall we? Starting by preparing our little workstation, with all the items that we're gonna need, the ender chest of course, our bed, and some more storage, just in case. Now we can start by cleaning the whole floor up a little bit, so we can more easily see what we have to work with, and I think it's finally time to get rid of this beacon, which once I have some more beacons, I'm gonna relocate deeper underground, but this one can definitely go. Awesome, the beacon is gone, so we can get some crimson stems, turn some of it into planks, and finalize this floor pattern. Awesome, just like this. Now I'm just gonna plan out where to put the columns. So let's count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Place one down here, place one in the corner, place one down here as well. And now that I think about it, I might just separate them a little bit more and have one in the middle. There we go. Now on the back wall, I'm gonna have 1, 2, 3. Place one down, place another one down. Let's do the same exact thing on this side. Perfect. So this is how the columns are going to look like in the back. And I'm gonna repeat the same thing I did on this side on the opposite side. Just like so. In the front right here, I think we're pretty cool to have huge arches, so let's leave big gaps. Something like this should do. And now we can start bringing everything up. Alright, this is how it looks with all of the pillars brought up, and I think it's looking pretty nice already. So now we can add a nice blackstone trim, with some polished blackstone as well, and it's very dark in here, so I want to add some stairs, some nether wart blocks, with a shroom light, and a fence. And we can do that all around. And in these two wide sections right here, I'm gonna dig the sides, replace them with nether wart blocks, Add some stripped crimson stem in the back, and some nice weeping vines, which are slowly gonna grow, and add some nice decoration to the wall. Awesome, there we go. Now I need to make some stairs, and some trapdoors, that we can sprinkle all around, so we can make this whole build look much better, and something like this should do. Now for the top part of the wall, I want it to be a little bit darker, so that when we walk in, all the attention is gonna be here on the floor. So I'm gonna start by separating everything with a crimson stem outline, strip it, now choose some little place to add some black stone pillars, and now I can start bringing these pillars all the way up. Oh yes. Now we can inset most of these walls, give them a nice outline, some light, and some color. And something like this should work just fine. Now we just need to work on the facade. Let me also just fill this floor in for a second. There we go. I also need to grab some acacia, turn it into planks, so that we can also finish this section of the floor. Voila! For the pillars I'm thinking something like this, where we can then have some bricks, with some stairs, to give them this nice gothic look. And on these top sections we can definitely bring in some light. And with the facade done, all that's missing is some interior decoration, and then it's just a matter to finishing the outside. Starting with a little bit of nether wart blocks inside the corners, with a little bit of crimson nylium, some mushrooms, some weeping vines hanging from the ceiling, some shroom lights behind each object to make them a lot brighter, and finally a nice little ladder to access the overflow chest, which eventually is gonna connect to the second part of the storage system. And I just realized that I have to do something about this roof. Make my way up, get rid of all of the superfluous blocks, and add some stairs. Oh, and I almost forgot the water elevator, which I would like to put right here, with the trapdoors, the signs, the water, and the kelp. And there we go, my friends. This finally concludes all of the interiors of this really massive build. And I am so happy with the way it turned out. Now all that's missing to really call it good is to work on the outside. So let's add all of the missing stairs, bring up all of the pillars, make them look much better, just like that. Now we can make a nice entrance. Something like this should do. And for the final touch, I wanna grab some stone bricks, some glass, so that I can finally fill in this waterfall. Alright, let's do this. Oh, and I also wanna grab some glowstone. Oh yes, now everything is nice and bright. So we can remove the torches, grab some fences, some lanterns, and some chains with some leaves, so that we can make some nice looking lampposts, and add some life to this build. Now with the remaining leaves, I would like to add some twisting vines, making their way up the wall to make this whole build look even more magical. And now I would love to add some actual vines, which will grow over time, to make this whole build look much more alive. And with a little bit of bone meal, we can also finally call this build completely done. Oh wow, my friends, what a crazy progress today, with the clock tower completely built and the wood sorter finished as well and looking quite cool. There's really only one thing left to do to finalize all of the projects that we started in this lonely hardcore world, and that's this huge mountain, which right now looks completely out of place because it's missing a ton of dirt. So what do you say that we go grab some grass and some dirt and start adding it all around the mountain? Now the real question is, how much grass do we have? Oh, let's go look around for some more. Alright, this should be enough to get us started. When I look at the natural mountains, we can actually see very little of the stone compared to the dirt. That's why starting from down here, I'm gonna bring this up as much as possible, with the hopes to make it look much more natural. So I started putting in a bunch of grass blocks on both sides until I realized it was already Saturday, and because I still have to edit all of this video, I think we're gonna have to finish the mountain in the next episode. So for now, my friends, I would like to move on to the naming part of the episode so we can add even more character to this crazy hardcore world. And I also want to give a big shout out to all of the incredible people who left a comment regarding what time this clock tower should be at. My friend Alex suggested we put the clock at 5:45 AM. My friend Banan suggested we put the clock at 10 past 10 to make it look like it's smiling. And I must admit that if it wouldn't have been for the 10 o'clock, 10 past 10 would have definitely been my second choice. My friend Marcel and my friend Roy suggested 4:20, I think we all know why. My friend Mr. Godmode suggested 3:30, and my friend Noob suggested 12 o'clock. My friends, thanks again for these suggestions, and who knows, I might update the clock hands from time to time. And now moving on to the naming, my friend Exolotis asked me to name my horse after him, but because I don't have a horse for now, there's this horse right here that I really think needs a name. There we go. And now Exolotis can be the first water horse in Minecraft. We'll get him out of there eventually. Next up, we have my friend Gabe Spivs, who would like me to name a yellow sheep after him. So let's turn one of these sheep yellow and finally name them Gabe Spivs. There you go, my friend. And my friend Jackla Wolf had an amazing idea for a future episode. So for now, inside our naming hall, let's add the name Jackla Wolf right here next to Joachim. And once we trap the warden, we're gonna be able to name him. Thank you, Jackla, for this awesome idea. And my friend Silent Fire would like me to name anything Nandu, and because we have a second village right there and only one villager inside, why not name him Nandu? There you go. And last but definitely not least, my friend Yatharth asked me to name a diamond after him. There we go. And of course this can go inside our little trophy room right next to Casper and Davad. Voila. And with this done, my friends, the clock tower finished, the automatic wood sorter finished as well, and a little bit of the mountain, I think it's time to call it an episode. I wanna thank you all so much for watching this video, and as always, let me know if you would like me to name anything in this hardcore world in the comments. I can't wait to see you in our next episode, but for the time being, I wanna wish you all an incredible day, and I will see you very, very soon. Bye bye!